been a bit lazy putting these videos on because I wasn't sure anybody's actually watching them. But due to popular demand. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube or a thumbs down, whatever. Anyway, door progress. I hung the door on there and I knew this part of the body here stuck out too far because this had all been cut out by the previous owner, and this timber had been cut out and it's changed its shape. And I knew it stuck out, and I thought with all these weird curves and bends in the body, nobody will ever notice that. And I put the door on and it looks shocking. so wrong. It looked like there's a zigzag in the body. So this is the original timber here, which had already been hacked around like that. So I put a cut in here, right through to the front edge, and I took this piece of wood and braced it off that plank on the tree with a wedge on it, and I thrashed it down, and that pushed back. And now when I put a straight edge along here, along this crease in the body line, it lines up perfect, whereas before it stuck out 2 inches too far. So then I put this piece of, this is 9mm ply, and there's a sandwich of polyester fiberglass behind there, clamped it all up, loads of screws, and the next day with some intrepidation would it go boing and spring back, but no it didn't, it stayed good. So that's good news. But the door opening changed dramatically. Everything moved, so the door that I'd made for the bottom didn't fit anywhere there. But I was able to rescue the door. This body line here had moved, and it was about an inch wrong. So I was able to put a wedge of kingspan in there. In my rush to get it fiberglassed, I've got a little bit of sink down that line, but I can sort that out. The door bottom was way too short, so I had a piece of ready-made fiberglass which I put in there, and that kicks out a little, which will help water run away. And I had to trim the side because the door was too big when I finished, so I had some repairs to do along there. So I'll get all that tidied up and see what it looks like. And what I've used on here, on the inside I used one layer of 225 and one layer of 450, and that is immensely strong, especially with this core inside. So on the outside I've used 2 layers of 225. That's much easier to get around all these curves and that. And then when I'd done that, when it had all gone sticky, I put a wash of resin over the top to give me something to sand off. So, moment of truth, get it cleaned up, see if it fits anything like. There it is in situ. I've had to build up that edge there to feather that in. A bit of filler, some stainless hinges. I'm quite pleased with that and learnt a lot from doing that, so hopefully the top one will be a bit easier. But mistakes I've made, I made this too narrow, so I ended up with quite a thin door, which made life difficult. I mean, it still works alright, but it's much harder with a thin door. The door's maybe an inch thick there, 2 inches would have been better. Got to put a packer under this to close properly. I can do a more in-depth video on the top half if anybody's interested.